Longman, the electorate situated to the north of Brisbane and the south of the Sunshine Coast, is both geographically and demographically diverse. It has large retiree communities, high unemployment rates, and is the location of the Woodford Folk Festival. The Super Saturday by-election campaign is currently in full swing, with a record 11 candidates competing to win Longman's heart. Even the Bandito biker gang are getting in on the campaigning action. But how will the electorate vote? To figure that out, we have Greg Larsen. Based on thorough research, this one man embodies all the typical qualities of the average Longman male voter. Mid to late 30s, white, fat, bad arm skin, fat, below average income, shabby clothes, sad, fat.
Oh, come on.
Greg will meet with 3 minor party candidates to meet his perfect political match and offer them his beautiful golden first preference.
Oh, what the fuck? It's bronze, it's not gold. So who's gonna get my first preference? Welcome to the Longman Bachelor. Politically, I've had my heart broken a lot of times by the major parties. And that's why I was so excited to go on some one-on-one dates with some of the minor candidates. My first one-on-one date was with Dr. Jackie. She's a vet, she's an independent candidate, and she took me for a ride along in her mobile vet service. The first animal we saw was a young dog.
You can take Ezra's temperature.
Okay, just under the tongue or? I thought it would go under the tongue, but you could probably do the temperature.
That has to go under the tail.
I was wrong.
Into the bottom.
Good
Into
Lord.
the bottom. It's in the bottom?
Is it?
Yep.
Ugh.
Well, oh, yes. This is what the major parties have been doing to the good people of Longman for a long time.
This is really fun. We went from a young dog to an old dog. And so what are we doing with Josie today?
We're doing an old dog check
An old dog check. She was doing an old dog check.
because her joints are seizing up, a bit like Longman. Do you want to just walk her along the footpath and back for me so I can just watch her moving?
And then something crazy happened.
Oh, she's found an old shoe.
The dog spotted an old shoe, and it was on. I kept wondering, where's the other shoe? There's just a loose shoe on the ground. It's Longman under the major parties. One shoe short of a pair. When we finished the rounds for the day, she took her dog for a walk and let me come along. She has a really unique style. So who's worse, the dogs you treat every day or those bloody dogs in Canberra? I like that she laughed at my funny joke. So I noticed when I was looking at all the preference deals and all that kind of thing, One Nation have put you as preference number 1. I'm not a fan of One Nation, so I asked Dr. Jackie why she's preferencing them first and vice versa. Do you align yourself with One Nation policies in any way, do you think?
I wouldn't say in all respects, but certainly in the respect that I think that our people deserve mental health care.
And then she goes and gives me this complicated, long answer about domestic violence and mental health.
And when you see the mental health state of some of the folks that live in Longman.
She didn't even mention Muslims once. I don't know what to think. Oh, well, thanks for your time, Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie had given me a lot to think about, but it was time for my next one-on-one. For my next date, I met with Blair Verrier from the Australian Country Party. We did a 3D printing pen crafternoon. That somehow ties into her policy for building a 3D printing park in Longman.
The idea of 3D Park is to bring jobs for Longman residents to Longman.
Just say good or bad.
Okay.
Publicly funded healthcare.
Good.
Adolf Hitler.
Bad.
One thing that impressed me about Blair was that she didn't like Adolf Hitler. I think that was really cool of her to say. Blair doesn't like the Greens, but I'd accidentally started making like a little sculpture of Richard Di Natale. Is a green man, Richard Di Natale. You know? Yeah.
I don't think we'll employ you down at 3D Park.
You've actually just lost my vote right there. Blair gave me a lot to think about as well. Hitler? Bad. 3D printing pens? Not as bad as Hitler, but they don't work well. And the final date was with James Noonan, a candidate for the Science Party. And our date took place in a VR playground. G'day, James. How you doing? Shake hands.
Hey, great.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Shake rifles.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you there. I'll shake hands with this one. Oh, okay. We're shooting. Hello, James. James, sorry, stop. Okay. Now, what? Oh, shit. The first game we played was called The Plank. It's just a simple game where you have to walk out on a plank above a city skyline in VR. James held his composure, and that really impressed me.
I've made a huge error.
I was also real cool about it. The next game we played was Arizona Sunshine.
But we're looking to remove the tax-exempt status of religious institutions.
Religion in Australia gets tax exemption for promoting their own religion, which, to be fair, when so many
People are doing it so tough, especially in Longman, it doesn't seem fair.
Honestly, this date was easily the most fun, but it was also the most difficult to, ask questions.
It's so hard to think of interview questions while there's zombies. Oh, no way! So you think that you're not going to win this actual election, but you're...
At the end of the day, I had a great one-on-one. Arizona Sunshine is a joy to play, 4 out of 5 stars. It's thrilling, it's adventurous, and James was, he was cool too, I guess. So many candidates to think about. Dr. Jackie, James, Blair, this old man who restored Mini Coopers. You didn't really see that one, but it was shit. I had to think and walk and think and walk down the beach while a drone flew over me to film me thinking about it. And finally, it was time for the first preference ceremony.
Well, it's been an amazing journey, and I've enjoyed my time with each and every one of you. But I only have one first preference to give. And my first preference goes to... Apollo.
Oh, cheers, mate.
No worries. Come on, he's a hunk with abs. Of course I'm going to vote for him.
Will you get a palm?
Palmer?
Oh my God. Yeah,
That's why I voted for you, man. Oh.
And there you have it. 2 big, beautiful Queensland boys heading off for a chicken Parma feed. What could be more Longman than that? Match made in political heaven. Da end.